Hello everybody, my name is Jack from Theme Park UK and welcome to today's video. Now I just wanted to bring you the news of the announcement of the removal of GeForce the More X-Car coaster at Drayton Manor. It's been removed probably at the end of this season, in the closed season. It opened in 2005 and is one of two major thrill coasters at the park. The other one being Shockwave, which is either a B&M or Intamin stand-up, I can't remember, but it is definitely one of the two. So a couple of days ago, the park's owner stated at a Roller Coaster Club of Great Britain event that it would be closing permanently. It's had kind of a bad season this year. It was closed at the start of the season, opened in July apparently, but shut shortly after, and it's not had the great maintenance record throughout the years anyway. Apparently it's due to the tight compacting versions putting too much stress on the track and the trains, and it was a prototype model, so it's kind of expected not to have the best maintenance record, but apparently the repairs on the coaster are just too expensive for Drayton Manor to cover, so that's why it will not be reopening for next season, and it is apparently being removed presumably during the closed season. But it is important to note that Drayton Manor haven't actually officially renounced this as a park, it's just the owner that stated this. So I tweeted Drayton Manor last night because I'd heard rumours about the ride going, and I thought may as well tweet them and see what they say. So they tweeted me back and they said that it was going to be closed for the remainder of the year, but they had no information what was going to be happening after that. But the owner, as I said, did confirm that it would be leaving the park, which could be taken in one of two ways. It could be a positive or it could be a negative. I know Sean from Theme Park Worldwide has said this. He didn't really go into detail, but so Drayton Manor have been kind of going down the path of a family audience ever since they opened up Thomas Land. They've been focusing on that because obviously it brings them in the most money. So that would be fair enough, but they've kind of neglected the rest of the park. They've had several ride closures, and outside of Thomas Land, it hasn't really been going very well. The closure of GeForce would see the park only have one major thrill roller coaster, unless you really count Accelerator, which is still kind of a junior coaster, so I wouldn't personally count it, but yeah, it would leave it with one major thrill coaster, and that's a stand-up coaster. It is the only stand-up coaster in Europe. However, it wouldn't have a sit-down major thrill roller coaster. So that could be kind of a put-off for thrill seekers to go to the park, because I think, if I remember correctly, the entry price is £25. If you're going as a thrill seeker, you've kind of got Apocalypse, the Drop Tower, Pandemonium, Maelstrom and Shockwave, and that's about it. To see out your day for £25, I don't really think that is worth it. However, if GeForce was going to be replaced, which I'm not sure if it's going to be, if anything's going to go in its place, because let's be honest, if Drayton Manor don't want to pay to repair a coaster, are they going to want to pay, or do they have enough money to actually invest in a new coaster? They haven't had one since 2009 or 2010. Can't remember when the Accelerator opened, but they haven't had one since then, which is a fairly long time. It's been 8 or 9 years now, and so I think it should, before this whole thing happened, I was saying Drayton Manor desperately need a new coaster, and obviously it is a family run park, so funds might be difficult to come across. It's not a big chain like the Merlin parks are, but I think if they were to replace GeForce with a coaster that was equally as thrilling, I would personally love to see a Gerstlauer Eurofighter come to the park, because it's compact. It would possibly be able to fit in the space that GeForce currently occupies, because you've got to bear in mind it's not a big space for a coaster. It's quite compact and it's in a small space in the park, and Eurofighters aren't too expensive. They're relatively cheap compared to other models and from the bigger manufacturers such as B&M and Intamin. I think it would make it a great addition to Drayton Manor. If they have the funds, that is actually the question though. I don't really know if they will do anything or not. Maybe they could put in like a small flat ride, but they do desperately need like at least maybe a small, slightly thrilling coaster. Just keep your thrill seekers' attention, and I could really see the park really suffering from this. And I did say someone in the in the comments of a video I saw earlier, saying that it seems like they're going down more of a family route, which I totally agree with as well. And they pointed out what American Adventure did with that, and like look what happened to them. So you know, it could either go one or two ways for the park. They could either get a new coaster, or maybe a new flat ride or something to go in its place, and keep the thrill seekers. Or if it's a good enough coaster, like bring loads more to the park. Or they could not replace it, go down the family route, possibly risk the park shutting down completely. And I don't know about you, but I definitely prefer the first one. I think they're focusing too much on Thomas Land and not focusing on the rest of the park as they should be. But yeah, sorry for this like ranty video, guys. I just wanted to let you know the news that this was happening. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comments below what you would like to see replace GeForce, and what do you think about the ride's closure? Do you think it's a good thing, or do you think it's a bad thing? But yeah, let me know about that, guys, and thanks for watching.